Quick question. Why does it seem lately that every Gen X or Boomer woman is being diagnosed with ADHD? Did we all catch it from TikTok? No. What's really happening is that decades of medical research acted like women didn't exist. I know, shocker, right? If you spent half your life or longer thinking that you were lazy, scatterbrained, or broken, turns out you might be just a little late to the diagnosis party. And trust me, the guest list is packed. So, why are women getting diagnosed in midlife or later life? Simple. For decades, ADHD was thought of to be a hyper little boy issue. Teachers would notice the kids running, screaming around the classroom. They'd call the parents. Parents would take them to the doctor. Bam, diagnosis. Meanwhile, us girls were daydreaming, chatting during algebra, forgetting homework, doodling in the margins. Instead of medical intervention, we got labeled spacey, emotional, dramatic. And here's the kicker. Women's health research has always been underfunded, under-researched, and often straight up ignored. ADHD studies always focused on boys because apparently female brains were too complicated, or read that as unimportant. Women were considered to be identical to men physiologically. So what's true for men's symptoms and treatment, that must work for women, right? Yeah. No, it doesn't. So while men were getting treated, women were off buying self-help books, developing profound guilt complexes, and buying kitchen timers. Only recently did researchers start saying, hey, maybe girls and women deserve accurate scientific research too. Groundbreaking. And now the medical world is playing catch up. And so is the media. Articles are everywhere. Smithsonian magazine broke down how inattentive ADHD in girls went unnoticed for decades. ADDitude magazine showed how menopause supercharges ADHD symptoms, which is how I got diagnosed. Because what's more fun than hot flashes and not being able to focus? AARP published Joyce Maynard's article about being diagnosed at age 65. That's right, she had to wait for Medicare till she got clarity. People magazine covered the actress Busy Phillips' ADHD diagnosis. So, you know, it's not just us commoners down here, it's in Hollywood too. And suddenly the narrative shifted from lazy woman with messy house to woman with a brain that science forgot. That's progress. But the real revolution isn't happening in those dusty medical journals. It's on podcasts and YouTube. Women with ADHD are finally telling their own stories. That's why I'm here. Some great podcasts you might check out are Katy Weber's Women in ADHD podcast. She features late diagnosis women from all walks of life, all professions. They're finally making sense of all the chaos they've dealt with for years. Tracy Otsuka's ADHD for Smartass Women digs into all aspects of late diagnosis. Think of a therapy session mixed with a pep talk. My friend Bev Thorogood made a very interesting TED Talk about her late diagnosis journey. I'll have links for all those down in the description, so check those out. And then content creators, there's Jessica McCabe and How to ADHD, which was the first YouTube I ever watched after my diagnosis. Her book, How to ADHD, is practically a survival guide. Then there's Catieosaurus. She's breaking down ADHD with humor, honesty, and zero shame. These voices are the reason why so many women are now connecting the dots. So, what does all this mean? It means that thousands of women who have spent their lives feeling broken are realizing that they were never broken at all. They were just undiagnosed. That shame they carried, that lazy label they were tagged with, yeah, that was a medical system failing you, not a personality flaw. For many, diagnosis isn't just about medication or therapy. It's about relief, clarity, and maybe a little self-forgiveness, which, let's be honest, most women over 40 are in sore need of self-forgiveness. So no, older women did not catch ADHD from TikTok. We've had it all along. Society just couldn't be bothered to notice. But now we're noticing it ourselves. Links to the articles, podcasts, and creators are all in the description below. Go binge them. It's cheaper than therapy, though maybe not quite as effective. And hey, if you've recently been diagnosed or not, welcome to the club. We have no dress code, obviously, just a lot of unfinished projects. If you've got any podcasters or content creators you'd like to tell us about, please leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for new ones. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.